So now I want us to transition into social media as a tool for agents and for real estate marketing. And I want us to start off by your very famous online ad that went viral for a week.
Yeah.
Tell us how you came up with that idea. Was it your idea or someone shared it with you? How the thinking process behind it and how it impacted your business?
Let me even sit well because that day, I remember it was, and I'm getting a lot of questions nowadays about that day. And it was on February 24th this year. So 3 weeks before that, just before Valentine's Day, like that week, I was seated with someone somewhere in Westlands. I won't say where, but I was seated with them, and some guy walking by the streets was marketing some machines. I don't know what machines. We're on the top floor, 24th floor of a building, so I don't remember the machines themselves. But I thought to myself, I've never seen a real estate agent down there or any other person. The only people I see there are guys who hawkers, and if it's real estate, they're handing out
painters.
They're handing out what do you call this, brochures and all that. But I've never seen one individual go there and do something crazy. So the person, she was a lady. I asked her, what do you think if I went to the streets to start shouting, I sell property, come and buy from me? She's like, me, I would not even talk to you ever again. I'm like, yeah.
With a microphone.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm going to do it. The idea was go there, stop cars, introduce myself. Then I thought to myself, that's a lot of work.
Na unaweza shikwa.
Unaweza shikwa. And then people after that day, unless I talk to that person themselves in this day of trending, nobody will know who I am. So I found an alternative. Go print a placard, like write down your number and all that. And then I was like, that's too formal. In this day and era, guys who are buying properties nowadays are below 35 years. 20 to 35. There are so many who are buying property right now. Because nowadays, people are becoming millionaires faster than back in the days, where you went to school, high school, campus, and then get married, have one and a half kids, get a small house somewhere, and then now you can buy the house. Nowadays, it's totally opposite. So I thought to myself, what's the best way to make people like call me or just notice me? That's where the carton came in. So me, I just went, bought a carton for like 20 bob and a felt pen. I didn't have felt pens at the time, so I bought a felt pen and wrote so many things until I came down to, what do girls like? Yeah, because let me tell you, when it comes to marketing, if you don't evoke emotion, you're wasting your time. If you do not evoke emotion, you're wasting your time. So I thought, what do girls like? What will make men hate me or like me? And at the end there, I'll just keep my numbers there. So the numbers were already written and what I want people to go online and get. So I sat down, wrote what I wrote. Maybe you'll show the picture later.
I will. I'll definitely put it.
And
I'll display
first week, I wanted it to be on that day of Valentine's Day, but I chickened out. So I didn't do it.
Out of?
Fear. I'll be very honest. I was like, that morning I woke up, I'm like, I am not doing this. And then the next week I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Still didn't do it. On 24th, that's a previous Sunday. I think I was having coffee somewhere. I was like, those are 2 weeks that have gone by. I've not sold the house, I'm not making money, what's going on? Let me go do this. Then at night I was thinking to myself, what will happen if I trend and I get, say, 100 buyers and I don't have property? So that night I think I slept at around 12. There is a guy I work with called Barat. Barat, thank you for that. I remember I told him, now I need to sit down and that night, just before, told him now we need to get TVs, we need to call TVs and all that, see whether we can maybe get an interview here and there if I trend. We need to call a few agents so that when I get too many clients, I talk to them, I give them these other agents so that they can handle them. And then I need somebody to handle the critics, because I knew so many people will call just to criticize me. So you call me and you criticizing me, I hand you to another person immediately. I tell you, let me send you somebody's number, you talk. But, and I'll give I remember I used to send the numbers. So that morning, 6 a.m., Uhuru Highway, the junction of Uhuru Highway and Kenyatta Avenue. Yeah, Kenyatta Avenue there. 6 a.m., we prepare, Nini, Bharat is there, taking some photos and all that. And then me, I just stand there and I'm like, I'm doing this for 45 minutes. Up and down. Traffic stops, I move around. Traffic moves and I end up
Were you giving your cards as well?
No.
Only the placard. So
in this day and era, I've realized most people don't care about cards, brochures and all that. Even MailChimp, the way people used to send emails, nowadays doesn't. It's
not
good
very
to
effective.
do so. Yeah, it's not as effective. If your company is doing that, it's okay. You can tell us how effective it is. But I wanted people to talk about me.
You as Joel.
Yeah, so I'll dress up, I put on a suit. I love that suit, but I put on that suit. Shoe, best, I wanted the best. And then put the number there and the social media handle. So that when people go online, they're seeing a joke on the road. But when you go online, since you already have a track record of, say, doing videos, the videos I do and all that, they'll be like, okay, this guy is actually serious. I got, the best thing maybe I'll say about that guerrilla marketing is...
I want us to go step by step. So you went there 6 at the junction of Uhuru Highway. How did you decide on Uhuru Highway?
It's, and the time. I decided
and the time, things, 6 a.m., junction of Uhuru Highway and Kenyatta Avenue.
Yeah, and time. Time matters. In all companies I've worked for, which are quite a number, I've realized rich people or successful people wake up very early. Very early. The guys with money, good money. I'm not talking about you're making 50,000.
Multi-millionaires.
I'm talking about guys who have properties everywhere. They do businesses everywhere in every country. Those guys wake up very early. If you're on the road at 6 a.m., very high chances one will see you. Ooh. That was the first thought I got. Then the other reason why I went there is everybody nowadays has a phone. So yes, we are going to take our pictures, but everybody else who's looking at me will take photos.
Because it's intriguing.
Yes. Then in the placard itself, it's talking about women buying, my future wife buying, what, in future. All the women will see that. It's a must, they laugh or smile. I wanted that emotion, which I saw a lot of that day, and I was so happy just to see that. Whether you called me or not, it's okay, but just seeing that, I felt good. So I knew once that happens, and then we go on TV, maybe I get an interview from one of the media stations, boom, my name is everywhere. And the last one, it's free. I didn't pay for nothing and I was everywhere.
Imagine.
You have not paid for anything. No, you haven't paid money for the interview, nothing. People are talking about you left, right, and center. I got mentors from that. Guys who are not even in the country. Guys you never even see like this. Guys I call today and I have an issue. And they're like, they give me direction. Do this and this and this, see whether it works. I got that from that thing. So if you ask me, I'll do it again.
Wow.
I would do it again. And this time I will do even a crazier thing. Yeah, I won't even hold a placard. Now I'll even get maybe a seat somewhere. You know, these camping seats, sit there with shorts and a placard there with some juice. I'll do that.
So you're saying you were there for 45 minutes?
Yeah, close to 45 minutes.
And you launched it first on which social media channel?
I didn't post it first. People posted it first.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because guys were taking photos and all that. So it started trending before I even realized what's going on. When I stopped and now I sat down at the parking lot, that's when we sat down with Bharat and we were going through social media. It was everywhere.
Who was your first family member to call you?
Who was it? My cousin. I think it was my cousin. My cousin in Mombasa.
Akakupigia akasema?
First thing, as we are very close, first thing he told me, wewe bangenyo mekunywa wewe. I will just say it as it is because that's the first thing he told me. Wewe bangenyo mekunywa wewe. Are you okay?
So people found it crazy?
Yeah. most people who call me, they thought you're crazy. The guys who only thought you whatever you've done, I wish my team. There's some people who are calling me. They're like, I wish my team could do what you're doing.
It's very bold, very daring.
And I'm like, okay, wow, I've not even thought of that. But that was scared to death.
Imagine I would never imagine you as a scared person.
I have stood in front of thousands. I used to write poetry and all that, and I used to perform it in front of. There's a time I was in KU and Culture Week. That was awesome. Thousands of students, and you're in front of them performing. That was nothing. That day, hey, you're standing there, smiling like it's called a chassis cat. You're just smiling there. Lakini ndani ya roho, it's like this.
Beating.
Yeah, but you're smiling.
And you're looking good.
Yeah, even in the interview, the interview you did with the K24 that day, my head was, I was still not thinking, okay, they even called for an interview. Yeah. My friend Rose Gako, I remember she's a TV anchor there. She's the one who called me and she was like, okay, you come, we do the interview for you. I was like, are you sure? Because I told her, are you sure you want me to come? She's like, yeah. I've even organized everything. I'm like, okay, this thing is serious.
So the result exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, you were not expecting. Most of the things that happened that day, throughout the week, I was not expecting. And then I've never been to more offices and more people's homes like that time. Guys who are CEOs, so many people calling, just come, we talk, come, we talk, come, we talk. Big guys, and I'm grateful to all of you. And some of them we still talk to date. They haven't bought anything, but
you initiated that relationship.
Yeah, which I appreciate to death, and I will do it again. Free marketing. Who wouldn't want free marketing? I will do it again.
And that's such a big lesson to us, the boldness behind it, the planning. Because you've planned it for 3 weeks.
You have to plan.
And then you've planned what will happen before, and then after it goes viral. Yeah. So the whole strategy behind it is quite interesting. Yeah. That you thought it through, and that the impact was there because of how well
thought out it was.
You thought out the whole thing.
Yeah.
So now I want us to talk about social media. How you use social media. How you would advise agents to use social media for their business. Which social media platforms have worked for you and why?
Perfect question. I don't have so many answers because I have very few subscribers. But the few I have, they actually call. I love the guys who follow me. I love that. They don't comment, they call. So someone will just call to just talk to you. Me, I'll save your number ASAP. You call me, I'll save your number. You're not buying, it's okay. You called, it's okay. For me, in future, when I'm that decade or 40, you might buy.
Yeah, and they will buy.
So the one thing you need to identify first before you even go to social media, and if you're there already, first go back to the question of why. Why are you there?
On the social media or in the business?
Why are you in social media?
Why in social media?
Yeah. First answer that question. Because you will find, yes, you sell property or you sell cars and all that. So you started posting. In Kenya, I see this thing of posting pictures every day. So when I go to your page, it's pictures of the same houses every single day. Now, the question you should be asking, if it was you, and every time you go to a certain page, that guy you follow, that lady you follow, do you always see them posting the same things? Have you ever seen Huda always posting makeup? Do you want to see the makeup or you want to see Huda?
You want to see Huda.
Sorry,
so she'll show you a bit of Dubai.
Yeah.
What she's eating. Where she's going.
I think we let me put it bluntly. We grew up, especially here in Africa, we grew up without. And when you get something, we want to show it to the whole world. So you grew up without seeing nice houses, skyscrapers back in the village. When you came to Nairobi, you've seen them, you become an agent now, you want to show the whole world. So you want to show people, these are the properties I have. People don't, in social media, people don't want to see that.
What do they want to see?
People want to see you. Social media cares about 3 things. And let people know and lie to you. Social media cares about how you look, what you have, and where you spend it. That's it.
Guy, everyone, across all ages.
Look at anybody who has a following of 1 million, 2 million, Nani. Today I've mentioned so many of you. Akodhe, Betty, Nani.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. People don't really look at, she does this, she like, say, Akodhe does music. So if her page, it's always the song. Hakuna mtu angekuwa anafuata. Not even one. Betty is into hair. She was a news anchor the other time. Every time she posts, it's always hair. Not her, just the hair. I want you to get not her face, just the hair. Or she's in news. She's a news anchor. The only thing she posts is every time just that picture of her on TV. That would be a boring ass page. Nobody would follow her. It's a fact. No one. You are whatever. So if you're doing social media and you're a real estate agent, you need first to identify what do you want people to know you for. Do you want people to know you for how you dress, your personality? Do you want people to know what do you want people to know you for? You need to ask yourself that question. When you answer it, don't ask people. Wewe peke yako, sit down. I don't know why people don't take books down. Take a book and pen, write it down there. A book, not paper. Write it down. I want people to know me for this. When you define that, go get the properties that relate with that. Then practice. You want to shoot a video, you want to shoot a picture, and do it. Forget about that. It's high quality, the background has jewel. No one cares. Just shoot.
Just do it.
You have a phone. Use the
Start.
phone. Just shoot. You remember Samsung Galaxy Pocket, the old school phone. Quality was so bad, 2 megapixels. Shoot with it. Let people see.
No excuses. Just start.
Just start. Just do it. Why? Because when they start criticizing you, then they see the next picture looks a bit better than that one. The people who believe in you start seeing you. If you look at my first video, the comments down there, they are so bad. There's people have the houses, but the guy presenting, they're like, dude, it's you. We are seeing too much of you. Let them talk. From there, instead of taking it negatively, learn from it. The next one make it better. The next one make it better. But don't go to social media. Social media is about selling you. Forget about the property. Show the property, but we want to see you. You're selling shoes. Your page is full of shoes.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, your page is full of shoes. It's sour. It's okay, but we want to see you. Let me sum it up with just this. There's a difference between a startup and a business. There's a very big difference.
What's the difference?
A business is something that requires you to be there.
A business.
You are the business. Like in real estate, the agent is the business. But does it really have to be? No. If you start a company or you start a brand, you are the brand. You are the company. Until you get to a certain level where now there are other people doing what you're doing on your behalf. So you don't have to be there. That's a startup. A startup is built in this sense. You're building it to get to a level where other people will be doing the work for you. You just have to do maybe 1 or 2 things. But if you're not there, it still operates. In a business, Vusi puts it, Vusi Tembewa, the South African speaker, the rock star of public speaking, puts it very well. And I love that. He says it as it is. If you can't take leave from your business for 3 months, and when you come back, the business is thriving, you're self-employed. You're not a business person. You're still self-employed, or you're still working for people. A startup, you build it till to a certain. I'm still talking about social media. I know most people don't think like that, but social media, it's still a company. I'm putting myself out there, but I have a plan. At a certain point, I'll leave this thing, and I'll leave people to be doing what I am doing on my behalf, but people will still be following me. That's how you build
an online
brand. And that's the difference between most people here in Africa and the guys in the US or the UK or even China. Somebody will simply be asked, what do you do for a living? I'm a YouTuber. Guy makes 10, 20,000 per month, or even more, dollars per month, even more. Here, ask somebody, what do you do? I make videos for YouTube. You're not even sure, because you think your competition is here, is in your locality here. So you think you're just in your own cocoon or in Nairobi. No, you put a video out there, anybody in the world can
global,
watch it.
And that's the power of social media.
So never forget, you're competing with people out there, not here. Worldwide. So if people in China hate you,
you need to think about your brand also globally.
Yeah.
To appeal globally.
Yeah, and start it now.